Welcome to Storytime at the Roo Bus, a weekly podcast about the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival. I'm your host, Sharla.
And I'm Daniel, and we have a full house on tonight. I'm going to start in the top left corner that I see. We've got Taco from the What Podcast?
Hey, everybody, welcome.
So are you actually in the bus, or is this a green screen facsimile?
You'll never know.
Ooh.
This is actually this is VR, actually.
Oh, really?
Wait. Mixed reality.
Russ,
AI generated.
Oh, hey, that voice that you heard is one of three hams that we have on tonight. It's Parker from the RooHamm crew.
Hello, everyone. Merry Hamsmas.
Oh.
Merry Hamsmas.
Is Hamsmas any similar at all to Festivus? Is there feats of strength?
Yeah, they come from the same core concept.
Okay.
Like if you go back, if you go way back.
Yeah, it's like the root word.
Oh, and that one is Jake, are you ham too? I forget the numbering.
I don't know where I am in the ranks at this point. It kind of just depends on the week we go up and down, but I think I am too at this point. Yeah.
Wait, is one of you Ham Junior? I forget how it goes.
Well, we have our different titles. Like Michael is our group liaison, Ham 3, if you will.
Right.
We need a family tree to sort all this out.
We do.
Yeah, we're working on that. Yeah.
Speaking of him, we got Michael on. What's up, dude?
Not much. How's it going? Ham 3 at the moment at your service. We'll see how the end of the week goes.
Is this like you get seeded like the college basketball tournament? How's this go?
Yeah. Brad is the committee.
We will soon start our RooHamm Fantasy League.
That'd be intense.
Oh, hey, also from the great state of Tennessee, we've got Bonnadude.
Hello, everyone. I am self-proclaimed ham number 4 after last year, so you can just refer to me as that.
Not self-proclaimed, official at this point.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. What up, everybody? Good to see everyone here. Excited to chop it up with y'all.
Good to see you, man. I haven't talked to you in quite a while. We got to catch up here in a bit.
I know it.
Ricky the Cat is also here. He just pounced something. All right, next up, from upstate New York, not far from Woodstock, the OG, we've got David Bruce. I am Bonnaroo.
Cheers, guys. This is actually my first look at the RooHamm guys. I've never met these guys before.
What? How did you guys not cross paths last year?
It's one of those things. I mean, I literally met Chloe for the first time last year, and I felt like I knew her like my sister before that.
Aww.
So, you know,
David, we're gonna need some of those super high quality portraits of us shotgunning hams next year. So
consider it done, man.
Where we get that going.
Consider it done.
David, that reminds me of something. I'm going to circle back around to this in a minute.
Okay.
All right. While we're on the Daves, we're going to go next to also from the great state of Tennessee. It's Dave from the Monkey Bar.
Hey. What's up, everyone?
Cheers, brother.
Yo.
In your honor,
Hi, Dave.
everybody's going to get lit over the next hour.
I'm already there.
On my way.
What's your poison of choice right now, Dave?
This day?
Actually,
Well, not both.
Sam Smith Imperial Stout.
Oh, that's
There
so
you go.
good. Yes.
That stuff is
I
great.
had
man.
that when I went to England like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a good stout. I like all their beers.
But yeah, other Dave, what do you got?
I've got some Johnny Walker Black.
Hell yeah. Man,
Ooh.
Yeah.
all right. Last but not least, we have the Queen. Everybody, please give it up for Miss Chloe.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. This is really fun.
How are you in the cats?
Delightful as always. I am not getting lit. I'm hydrating today, so I'm so sorry.
Good
But-
for you.
Lit in spirit, you know?
It is Monday.
Beverage
That's
queen.
right.
It is Monday.
Well, shout out to the Roo Bus camp crew. You can just triple bev it up.
That's right. Trippy Bev. I only have the one. This is so embarrassing. Ooh. I'll get on that.
Well, I'm so happy to have everybody here tonight. I wanted to have kind of a Christmas special with no real agenda, just so we can hang out. We can talk lineup. We can talk rumors. We can talk crazy shit that happened last year, whatever anybody is up to. So I thought a fun way to kick things off is just go around the horn and talk to everybody individually. And I don't necessarily want to hear your favorite show from last year, but I just want to know your favorite memory from this past Bonnaroo. And since we called out Chloe last, I'm going to call her first for this one.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, this year was a special Bonnaroo. I've never camped with a huge group like that. I think the biggest I've ever camped with was like 5 or 6. So this was like so many more than that. But I don't know. I think my favorite memory this year was just like being able to wake up and like someone in our area was awake and we could, ham it up and just talk all about the night before and ham it up.
Yeah.
But also just like my favorite thing to do at Bonnaroo, not favorite, top 5 is like get ready with people. Like you're just like you're drinking, you're putting glitter on, you're finding a silly outfit. Like I just loved having so many people to do that with. That was really cool.
Ooh, that's a good one. I love that one. All right, let's go to Taco next. Russ, what was your favorite memory this past year?
Probably maybe one of the most memorable shows was that Diesel set. That was fun.
Who else?
Top for all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
So
then also having David
all...
Bruce come back to Camp Nut Butter was pretty exciting too. That was fun. I think for the first time he's never been back to Camp Nut Butter before.
That's true. Yeah.
Wait, so I want to hear a quick story. David, how did this connection happen to get Danny Clinch on for the What Podcast, guys?
Man, I'll tell you, I don't know the guy personally. And I don't know exactly how I started a line of communication with him, but I shared a couple of direct messages with him. And I just kind of reached out to him on a whim and said, hey, you'd be a perfect guest on the What Podcast for all of these obvious reasons. Would you be up for it? And he said, absolutely. I mean, it was
what a great guest he was.
It was literally just like that. So
you made
Barry's year. Mm-hmm. He was very happy.
Yeah, it was actually a great episode. I loved it. I watched it a couple of times actually. But he's an icon, man. I mean, he is the real deal,
Yeah, guys, that was great.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dave from the Monkey Bar next. Dave, what was your favorite memory this past year?
It's definitely Wednesday evening. All the parties were still happening in the campgrounds pretty much. Centeroo had not yet opened up. Richard, who helps me with the Monkey Bar, we took some time off and just ventured out that evening. Just ran around through the campgrounds. We stopped over at House of Yes. We circled back and like, hey, let's just go back to the Monkey Bar and, see if there's anything going on. We didn't expect anything to be happening, but it was lit.
Yeah.
Brooklyn started it up and she had gotten someone else to help her and they cranked up the Monkey Bar and we walked in and there was already about 50 people in there. And we're like, oh my goodness, okay, we came back to the party. It started without us. And we just jumped right in, alternated between, Richard, myself, Brooklyn, a few other people, and just met so many people from the group, a few other people, just ducked in, random bar crashers, I guess, who had nothing to do with Roo Bus group or group camping in general.
Hey, man, can I borrow your bar?
Yeah, and it was great. I think what made the Monkey Bar so much special this year compared to years past, we had so many people involved in it. There were multiple influences on everything from the setup to the decor to the different cocktails that we had. So there definitely was much more of a community influence and involvement this time. A lot more people. I liked your idea of like everybody has a job, but everybody has a small job.
Yeah.
And together, it just really made it successful.
Well,
I think that Wednesday night was off the charts.
I got to give credit where it's due. Like me and Sharla were just basically stealing some of the ethos that we learned at Burning Man when we went about a year and a half ago. We thought that would work pretty well. And I feel like it did. Everybody pitched in. It was great, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been told several times to bring the Monkey Bar to Burning Man. They actually have a little district in Burning Man called the Golden Guy, where they set up little bars in one little downtown area of Burning Man. So,
I don't know how to tell you this, but Burning Man is one giant monkey bar. I've got to get you there. Amazing.
One giant monkey bar. I love it already.
It really is. It's just monkey bar, monkey bar, monkey bar. Monkey bar.
We're gonna talk to you personally and con you into going. We want you to go so bad.
I would love to.
Let's go to the Dave from New York now. David, what was some of your favorite memories this year?
Oh wow, this year was a banner year for me. I think it was my 12th consecutive Bonnaroo. But I have to say the whole yearbook project was really huge for me this year, and the amount of people that showed up that just came through and got their portrait taken and stuff like that. I've met so many cool people. But actually, I want to circle back to Wednesday night at the Monkey Bar.
Oh yeah, you were there. I forgot. Yeah,
yeah. No, I showed up, and ironically enough, the guy I was with. We were at the House of Yes, and I'm like, dude, I think there's something happening at the Monkey Bar, at the Roo Bus. We got to make it over there. It was on the polar opposite end of where the House of Yes was. So we get there, and as Dave said, it was going off. We got there before he did, and ironically found out while we were there that he was at the House of Yes. But my standout memory from that evening was Sharla and Brooklyn's story about chasing the police in Florida. That was
my God, I forgot all about that.
When she
lost, that was amazing.
Brooklyn,
yeah, that was amazing.
We got to get you guys to tell that story sometime.
Later.
Yeah, later. Okay,
that was great.
That's a good one, Dave.
But I digress. So
Yeah. All right, let's go to Bonnadude next. What was your favorite thing?
Man, that's a tough question to just pick one. I would say the first thing that went to my head, first thing that popped in my head when you asked that was probably funny enough, the Diesel set. I think these guys know exactly where I'm going. Just me, Jake, and Parker being really silly. Also MGZ was there, and Dana. Nothing like, I don't know, just us being silly at Diesel with some finger puppet thingies, and I don't know, we had a blast. There's a million other things that I could name, but that's the first thing that popped in my head. The Diesel set was lit.
I remember a couple of years ago, I ran into Ron from the parachute people, and he was telling me like, yeah, man, finger puppets. That's the new thing. Everybody's going to be doing finger puppets. Yeah. It's like Stefan from Saturday Night Live telling me about the hot new club.
The finger puppets were elite.
All right. Next up, we'll go through all the hams. We'll start with Parker. What was your favorite this year?
Honorable mention to Seth and I going like border to border for the Beth's campground set from group all the way over to Plaza 2. And that was like Seth's first time going through the campground that way. And the entire time you were like, are you sure this is the way? Are we lost? Like,
for sure thought we were going to like Walmart or something. Not even like, yeah.
But I think my fave is actually more of like a concept of like starting the bar at our camp set. And I've never met Dave before, but Dave, I want to shout out Monkey Bar because I kind of looked at photos of Monkey Bar for a lot of reference, and then creating our own was probably the highlight because we were kind of like, how can we improve camp? And that was just the one that kind of was it for us this year. Yeah.
So what did you guys do? Did you have like kind of like just a little mini bar, or what was the setup like?
Yeah, it was small, but kind of like that. We had a PVC pipe that extended it upward, and we hung posters and lights and all this stuff. And we had someone in our camp come up with like custom artwork for all of the cocktails we had at camp, and planning to do it next year.
Good deal.
He's downplaying a little bit. The posters and it was like a themed drink for an artist that was playing that day.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
So it was literally like puns with the name and the drink. It was. I had zero credibility, but I take full credit because it was brilliant and amazing. I loved it.
Give us an example. Like, what was one of the themed drinks?
This is rye. Was Paramore Sunday, and it was a rye whiskey based one or whatever. But like the artwork was also insane. That Gray did it, right? Gray did all that.
Yeah. Knocked juice.
Knocked juice.
Good on.
How about that Knocked Loose set though? Wow.
Oh yeah.
We
lived it.
Yeah, that was good.
Jake, get in here, Michael.
Real quick, while we're talking about themed drinks,
do you have any of those posters on hand, like near you that you can show?
So Jake has one on his wall. We put them on maybe Insta, but definitely Twitter. The other ones are kind of
join us. Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Crazy effort for the posters alone.
The one regret I have from this year, Roo, was not bringing the Beth's themed one for them to sign.
Yeah.
That'd been dope.
That'd been great.
Would have been so easy. We met him twice.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, real quick, while we're talking about themed drinks, Dave, can you tell them about one of the Monkey Bar themed drinks? And I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Of course, I know which one you're talking about. This goes back to when, I think this was in 2020 when Bonnaroo was canceled that year because of the COVID. And there was a mini Roo at Lindsay's farm. He actually had 2 mini Roos that summer, I believe.
Yeah,
I didn't make it to the first one, but I made it to the second one. And Lindsay didn't know anything about the monkey bar. And so I was kind of giving him a rundown on the phone about it. And he's like, well, can you come up with a signature drink for the mini Roo? I'm like, yeah, sure. And so he was describing, his farm. He's got this creek that runs through it and all that. And well, we've all heard of a sex on the beach. So I came up with a hand job in the creek. It's basically the same cocktail, but just with a little bit of a twist. And so, yeah, everybody got a kick out of that one. And it was like our most popular cocktail because of the drink name. And the drink name will sell. But yeah, that was probably our most notorious signature cocktail.
It was respectable.
The twist is key. Yeah.
All right. Next up, let's go to Jake. Jake, what was your favorite thing that happened this year?
There was a lot. I'll go with the rain on Sunday, which is a weird way to make memories, but it was terrible. I'll say that. Our camp got pretty flooded. Our walls were coming in, stuff was being wrecked. But it was in like that hour-long moment, like our camp came together the most, and like there was a point in which we all kind of gave up on trying to save the camp. And I think we were just like, we put music on a speaker and we are just kind of like dancing in ponchos. And it was pretty great vibes to end Bonnaroo. It's kind of like a Bonnaroo thing of even, at its worst, it's usually pretty fun. So I feel like that kind of summarizes.
Dude, we did the exact same thing at the Monkey Bar. Like as soon as we got back after the Foo Fighters, like the bottom fell out. And we were all hanging out there. It's like, well, we're not going anywhere until at least the morning. So everybody got smashed.
Yep.
What was funny is like you guys were just like probably like in theory a 5-minute walk away from the bus and the Monkey Bar and stuff. But like it was raining so hard that would have been
yeah, we didn't want to leave. And we were worried about because like part of our camp is kind of out in the open. Like it's just a bunch of cots on the ground with like a mosquito net around it. So we were really worried that all the rain was going to come in and either collapse it, which it did end up collapsing later, or like soaking everyone's pillows and stuff. So we're kind of mad dashing to get stuff ready. But yeah, we were close.
That could have gone so much more worse if that rain had come half hour.
Yeah, to come back to that would have been rough.
It's good timing. All right, last but not least, let's hear from Michael. What was your favorite memory this year?
Oh, God. Okay. Well, outside of what they both said, which was great, I'm just going to go with, honestly, the very first set that we went to, like early Thursday morning. It's noon, but early enough. But just kind of Winona Fighter, only because of like the weird social media relationship that we established with them. And just kind of like it felt like we were kind of hanging out with what felt like a section of Bonnaroo Twitter at the same time during the set. But it was really fun. It was great to see and meet a lot of people I hadn't met before, and it was just a really good hangout.
I know what you mean. There seems to be like a moment at every Roo where you like within a short order of time run into literally everybody that you know. Like
yeah, smashing into Pondo in the Winona Fighter pit. And, good to see you this year. Yeah.
He somehow handed you a card in that moment.
Yes. I literally think we got another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think next up, should we do our trivia game here, Sharla?
Are you ready for that?
How do you guys think about doing the trivia thing? We've got a fun little game that we're going to play. So, Sharla, you've kind of established yourself as the Bonnaroo trivia person the past year, I feel like. So do you want to explain what's going on here?
Well, you said you had a way to do it, but you
Yeah.
want to go back and forth on the questions?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is, I think we decided before we started recording, we're going to do Team RooHamm and Team What podcast. So you've got the RooHamm boys and Bonnadude on one team, and we've got both Dave's, Taco, and Chloe on the other team. So we have 4 questions for each team, and you can talk amongst yourselves to get the right answer, and we'll see which team gets the most right answers at the end of it. So 4 each. And I think we have a tiebreaker if it
We
goes
do have a
4-4.
tiebreaker, yes.
Yeah. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Anybody got a quarter nearby? Or any kind of coin?
Yes, actually.
You
Nice.
do. All right. So you flip it. And
Okay.
Parker, why don't you call it?
Okay. Tell
Go.
me when.
When?
Heads.
What do you got?
Got tails.
Tails. Okay.
What a-
Podcast is going first. All right, Sharla, give us the question for our first team.
Okay, first question. What artist 1974 album, Destitutively Bonnaroo, popularized the word Bonnaroo, which is Creole slang for a really good time?
Dr. John.
There you go.
Yes, that is correct.
That is correct. Yeah. Us olds know this one.
So at
The elderly.
Yeah.
1 point for the What podcast.
You're
Yeah.
you're
Woohoo.
welcome.
All right, Ruham boys are next.
Okay. So do I go? So I would
Just do number 2 there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. What 2 companies founded Bonnaroo?
Believe C3 and
Can we steal?
Superfly.
No, we got to give them a chance.
Wait, so we can talk amongst ourselves, you
Talk
said?
amongst yourselves, yes.
Okay. Pretty sure
Definitely
it's
Superfly is one.
Uh,
And then
check what I sent you on Snapchat.
Can snap at each other. Yes.
Yeah, and
That allowed?
yeah.
Oh, you
and
mean talk
C3.
out loud
Yeah.
amongst each other?
Can. You
Oh,
can.
okay. I thought
Yeah.
you meant like text. Okay.
I want to
I mean,
cover.
either way.
I want to cover everyone's faces that aren't our team.
Wait, so where are we at right here?
Yeah, yeah. C3 and Superfly.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Is that
Yeah,
your
yeah.
final?
Well,
Taco has his doubts. I
But-
know it's Superfly is one of them. I couldn't tell you the other one.
it's not Golden Voice, is it?
Can we give
Is it?
It's
I mean, I'll go.
someone's name.
Say it again.
It's someone's name is the hint.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I give up.
Is this
I feel like a
is this
poser here.
timed?
I'm sorry.
All right,
Yeah,
we're,
it's time.
we're
Yeah.
locking in the 2 we had.
Yeah.
It's Superfly Presents and AC Entertainment.
Right.
I feel like
Oh.
Taco and David were like,
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say it.
I know.
All right.
I
yeah,
wanted
so
to shout it out.
Anthony after Ashley Caps
Right. Yeah.
to the What podcast team?
Okay. What group, who is known for their songs Incinerate and Mildred Pierce, played at Bonnaroo in 2003 and 2006?
Ooh, that's a good song.
Hmm.
I'm stumped.
God,
I
this
didn't
is
go
an
to
odd
either
question.
one. 2003 and 2006. It's got to be a jam band.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mildred Pierce.
Yeah.
No Googling.
Mildred Pierce.
No Googling.
Not Googling.
All right, they were in an episode of The Simpsons. That's why I picked this question.
Oh, that doesn't narrow it down. We've all been in an episode of The Simpsons before.
You have? When was your episode?
Incinerate and
Incinerate. I don't know.
Can we give them a hint since we gave the Ruham guys a hint?
what's the hint? I don't even know what the hint would be.
That was the hint. You said they were in a Simpsons episode.
It's two words.
2 words.
They have a female vocalist.
It's gonna say it's a female lead singer.
Probably gonna smack my head when you say the name, but
for sure.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah. Why don't you give us a guess? I feel like Dave is going to smack his own head when he hears this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. You give up?
It's not Bikini Kill.
No.
No. Okay.
Sonic Youth.
Oh, wow. That's a killer.
That was a
Yeah.
good tough one there.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
All right.
Yeah.
Take it back to Team RooHamm for the next one.
Okay, Team RooHamm. This is the easy one. What Grammy award-winning group played their final show on June 12th, 2009 at Bonnaroo?
Nice.
Want to take this one?
Yeah, Beastie Boys.
It's Beastie Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's fairly easy. All right. Next one to Team What Podcast.
Okay, nobody's ever got this one in when I've asked trivia.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh, thanks.
Do we get double points for this?
I'm watching her do this. This is random.
In 2003, Bonnaroo organizers planned a second festival that never happened called Bonnaroo Northeast. What city was Bonnaroo Northeast supposed to take place in?
I think we'll take
Come on, Dave.
We don't have
Yeah.
to have the specific town,
Well,
but we'll take the area.
I got it.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Can we give him a hint?
Can we yeah, let's get a hint.
Yeah, what's the hint?
It is within a day's drive of David.
Bethel Woods. Woodstock.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Don't like a lot of rich people live here.
Oh, the Hamptons?
Where?
In the Hamptons?
No.
Oh.
Any,
Think rich.
any other
Ignore
guesses?
that.
No, I don't think so.
Catskills?
Long Island.
Oh, there you go.
Riverhead,
Oh.
Long Island is where Bonnaroo Northeast was supposed to take place.
Did not know that. Wow.
Huh.
That's
Never heard of
cool.
that.
I didn't either.
Interesting, yeah.
What a strange timeline that would have
Yeah.
been if Bonnaroo was like Lollapalooza and there was multiple Bonnaroo.
Yeah, that would have been a different kind of festival for sure.
Split the community in two.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one for RooHamm.
Oh, okay. Here's a strange one.
I didn't know about this until she researched this.
Okay. What professional sport had an interactive exhibit at Bonnaroo from 2004 to 2008?
It's a good question.
Which sport you said?
Professional sport.
There's only so many professional sports.
Right. It's giving NBA. I feel like they have
No.
like they've done the
I'm
NBA
thinking
finals
baseball.
there before.
I think it's more obscure.
Obscure.
What
Like Wolf.
Like pickleball.
what goes
I
to
would-
my head is like I know I was gonna say the NBA finals and aren't the NBA and the NHL finals both during like Roo.
They did
Time
that,
frame.
the NHL finals when the Predators made it pretty far.
But that's nothing to do with
Yeah.
Right. So I don't think it'd be one that like they want your eyeballs at the finals. Like I think it's like I don't know, like
But if they could-
ultimate,
Or
What if
they're
they
trying
could-
to
like lacrosse or something.
What if they
trying to
could
grow brand presence.
when did Seth, when were the Titans established? Could they have been promoting?
Oh, 201.
Yeah. I mean they moved to Tennessee in like '99, I think. So probably not.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm kind of saying it's got to be a Nashville tie. I'm either saying NHL or NFL.
I'm saying NHL or baseball.
If we're
Leaning
doing
towards
that, I'm
NHL.
gonna go NHL.
I'll go.
I don't
yeah,
think it's that, but
NHL.
I'll go NHL.
I think the South needs NHL fans. So I think
Nashville
think
has a
they're-
team, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
that's your
we'll
guess?
say NHL. It's wrong, but
NHL.
All right.
no, it's MLB.
Baseball.
Ah,
Summer sport.
interesting.
it fits the vibes. Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a hint. If we're talking about sports stuff, it's probably gonna be baseball.
Yeah.
What was the interactive?
Where did you find this? What can you tell us about this?
I couldn't. I looked it up last year, so I couldn't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, apparently they had like a batting cage, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
well, that'd be fun.
And they played that
So it's like
backwards?
so it's like innings fest. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these days, I got to go try that
Yeah.
one out. All right. Next up for Team What Podcast.
Okay. You pick. Should I ask them this one or this one?
Oh,
Which one's harder?
ask him number 3.
Number 3. You think number 3 is harder?
Yeah, because I want RooHamm to do number 4 there. It'd be funny.
Okay.
You'll understand in a moment.
Okay. What American blues artist whose first name is Riley was given the key to the city of Manchester during their performance on the What stage in 2008?
Mm,
I think the
First
question
name
itself,
Riley.
yeah, the question itself has a good number of hints.
2008, huh? Wow.
I
Played
don't know
in
who played in 2008.
So again,
American Blues artist.
yeah, from the question, blues artist. First name is Riley. Got any guesses? So
Blues Traveler?
No, like
think they usually give the key to the city to somebody who has close ties or is just flat
like
out
legendary.
Blues Traveler. I don't know if they're there yet.
Fair.
I'm not gonna lie, my head went to Blues Traveler too.
Okay, good.
First name Riley.
Any guesses?
Bo Diddley.
No,
That's a good guess. Dave, we haven't heard from you. You got a guess?
I'm drawing a blank on this.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to tell them?
All right, BB King.
Ah,
That's
tough.
It's tricky, Sharla. I thought everybody here would know all these.
No,
these
are
are
too hard. You said no.
No, well, that's good that they're too hard. All right, is this our last one going to RooHamm?
Is it good?
Is this for the win? What is the score?
1-1.
Really?
All right.
Yeah.
Deep breaths.
We have a tiebreaker.
No Googling, hands up.
That's just funny.
I like this.
What Lucille singer was joined by Fish and Lionel Richie in The Other Tent in 2012? The hint is old-timey country singer.
Okay.
Don't tell him anymore.
Why would he
Read the
think
question one more time?
Right.
Please?
What Lucille singer was joined by Fish and Lionel Richie in The Other Tent in 2012?
I hate that I missed this.
Why would they think this is for us?
Lucille?
I just thought it was ridiculous and funny, just like you guys.
Okay, ridiculous.
Old-timey country.
Funny artist.
All right.
That's my bag, is old timey country.
I'm gonna be so helpful.
That's
here.
your lane for sure.
Emmylou Harris.
Yes.
It's a man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best one I got.
Lou Harris is a man? That's news to me.
It's a man.
I have no idea.
Could not tell you.
We got to guess something.
Dwight
I don't
Yoakam.
know.
That's a good guess.
No, it's Kenny Rogers.
Oh,
Really?
Wow.
So we're tied at 1.
Lucille.
I do.
Yeah.
That song, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is our tiebreaker question. We'll open it up to the floor.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will get this.
We'll try.
One person did get this at trivia when I was doing trivia. at
Really?
Bonnaroo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
What film that was shown in 2006 in the Bonnaroo cinema tent tells the story of a rising jam band heading to the holy grail of festivals?
You want the name of the film or the band?
Yeah. The name of
okay.
what year is this? 2006?
It was shown in 2006 in the
Shown in
cinema.
2006.
All right, to be fair, I'm reading the answer right now, and I've never heard of this movie. Any guesses? Oh, see, somebody got texted.
Cheating.
It's I don't think anybody's going to know it.
No.
It's
No.
Electric Apricot Quest for Festaroo.
I've
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Huh.
I feel
Oh,
Early jam band, one of their movies. I don't.
Huh.
Sounds like a made
It's
up
like
thing.
before my time.
Okay.
It does sound like word salad.
Yeah.
word salad.
A drug ride. Hey man, me and my buddies made a movie. You want to see it? Okay, Charlotte, those are tough.
I told you.
Those are good, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
expert level.
So this has turned into her thing. Like we've been doing little trivia contests at our totem events, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with
What what
So
are
we're
your
still one
sources?
to one?
Where do you find a lot of these
Googling. And just
okay.
deep Googling and finding like old paper like schedules and like old news articles, stuff like that.
Oh, you
Sweet.
actual schedules that they would hand out and find out this obscure stuff on
Yeah.
the old schedules. Wow, that's a good idea. Okay.
She's going through archives of the Bonnaroo newspaper from years and years
Yeah.
ago.
What the way
What's it
back?
called? I forget what was
Bonnaroo Beacon.
Bonnaroo Beacon. Yeah.
Look, I know things have changed in the past,
Rip.
but I wish they would bring the newspaper back. I love the newspaper.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Beacon and the radio station were the best.
I miss the radio station. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Would the radio station even be used that much these days? Because show of hands, who even listens to terrestrial radio anymore?
I mean, we didn't
really? Okay.
listen to it up until we got there. It was kind of like a fun thing because once you could get in radio distance of Bonnaroo, you could hear it. So it's like, oh, you're close.
Don't tell Brad you don't listen to the radio.
I listen to a lot of radio, Brad, all
There you
day.
go.
Every day.
Right. I actually
listened to,
downloaded the Odyssey app to listen to Brad.
Nice.
That's friendship right there.
Is that where you have to put a giant antenna on top of your house to be like, breaker, breaker, please come in or whatever? That's what they'll use when the apocalypse hits, man. But yeah, I do wish they, like, out of all the old stuff, I wish they would bring the newspaper back. So I'll leave all the details out. But one morning it was, I actually woke up early by Bonnaroo standards and I got the newspaper. I went in to use the nice bathroom and Bonnaroo was sound checking. It was like that episode of Rick and Morty where Rick had his own private planet to go to the bathroom in, man. It was amazing.
I mean, I couldn't believe that they brought back paper schedules, so who knows?
That's true.
That's true.
We're halfway there.
So, Taco, I think that's some of our homework when we talk to some of the Bonnaroo staff is like, can we please have the schedules? What other requests do we want to put in? What do we need back?
The TVs.
The screens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we talk about that? Why in the hell were those screens gone at the tents? I still
Good question.
That's a really good question.
I don't know, but that was, we definitely felt it. That was really annoying to watch a lot of shows. Like if you didn't have a screen for Noah Kahan, like you were not seeing him, last year. So
you could.
Why they take it out? I don't know. Yeah.
It's like they took it out for a sold out year. It's like when you need it the most.
Yeah.
And I assume it was there because it made room or they took it out because it made room for the tent. What is the platinum tent that's there?
That would be
Wasn't that there last year, right? Or am I like misremembering that?
What?
Or like the whole platinum GA plus 10, all that from like 2022, and they still had the screens.
Oh, I guess
I don't know.
Yeah, there wasn't like a tent for GA plus was it that tent? Okay. Yeah, there wasn't one there, but the one this year was like huge.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually bigger, but it felt like it went way further out towards the stage than it did. So I don't know. So on the other side or something.
Oh, you've done the GA plus thing before. How would you rate it? Would you ever do it again? Would you recommend it?
I'm not doing it again for 2024. In 2022, we did it, and the GA Plus lounge was right by like the arch entrance, and it made so much more sense. But this year they had it way back by the oh my god, water slide, and it was just such a weird place to get to. So I don't know. I don't think I'll do it again.
The price did go up significantly this year, I feel like.
Absolutely. I mean, like, it was obviously more expensive last time, but not like twice the price of GA. It was crazy. And for what?
Yeah.
Yeah, group camping feels like a deal now, to be honest.
Seriously.
Like, to be fair, they kept the prices low enough if you're just doing like the base GA everything. Like it went up like what, $30, something like that.
For everybody in the Hams crew, it really wasn't that different, other than like the taxes and stuff being included. And it's a little bit more expensive for the ticket, but
like
it really wasn't too bad.
Stuff that was pricier. That's it.
Especially as doing group and not like the primitive car camping.
For a lot of us here too, the group passes didn't even go up at all, I don't think.
Wow.
So we're pretty much set. And I think they're improving a lot of that process this year too, from what I've heard. All right. Are you guys ready for our next game?
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what we have done is I have texted everybody individually, and I got a handful of these. These are going to be fun facts. I'm going to tell you, and you all have to guess who this fact is attached to. You ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes the first one. This person says, my first Roo experience started with a 17-hour road trip with a person that I didn't even know beforehand.
I know who that is.
I know who that is.
No, but you keep quiet.
That's just blurt it out, or
blurt it out.
Jake?
That's David Bruce.
It is.
That's me.
Good on.
Know my knowledge of what podcast. It was like your daughter's dad's friend's dad, right?
I'm impressed. Wow. Yeah, that is the story. Yeah. My daughter, who, by the way, I just picked up at the airport tonight, who flew in from Nashville. So
Merry
we're all
Christmas.
here
Nice.
Yeah, we're all here for the holidays.
She live here or in Nashville?
No, yeah, she lives in Nashville. Yeah. Do you guys live in Nashville?
I do.
Okay, cool.
He does, yeah.
Awesome.
All right, here comes a few more. This person brushed shoulders with Josh Hutcherson in Bonnaroo. Actor, he was like in the Hunger Games and a bunch of other good stuff.
Hmm.
How tall is
That's
he?
cool that he was there.
Yeah.
I remember seeing people taking cell phone pics and posting pictures of him in the crowd there, but I don't know which one of you folks brushed with him there. So.
Are these does this include Daniel and Sharla, or no? Are y'all excluded?
Oh, we're excluded. We're just party hosting.
Okay. So it's okay.
Let's take a
I'm gonna
guess
say
here.
Taco.
Nope.
I don't think Taco would know who that is.
I don't even know who that is. If I brush shoulders with him, I wouldn't know.
I thought you were playing coy. I was like, ooh, he's sneaky.
I was gonna go Chloe.
I was gonna say Chloe too, and then she started giving those thinky rolly eyes. So
all right.
If only.
This
He's so cute.
Whoever this was, out yourself.
That was Parker.
Yeah.
what?
Tell us the story.
Yeah.
Where did you see him?
It wasn't that crazy. It was just like one of the first days I was at Bonnaroo 2015, and Ham, probably like honorary Ham 5. We were walking from like this to that, and Brandon goes, "I think that was Josh Hutcherson," and he kind of turned around and he was walking away from us, and so I was like, "Okay," but then afterward, and I looked at it today. If you just search Josh Hutcherson Bonnaroo, he's like on MTV talking about how he went and tried to stay like incognito in 2015.
Yeah, it kind of worked.
Yeah. Videos like Leo DiCaprio trying to be disguised at Coachella and stuff like that. Still clearly Leo. All right. Next one. This person owns a Netflix server that they're not supposed to have.
That's Taco.
Taco.
Yeah.
100.
You made that one too easy.
I mean, I didn't know that, but I figured, it's got to be Taco.
What do you mean
it's
you're
me.
not supposed to have it?
Tell us about it.
I'm not going to tell you about it because I'm not supposed to have it.
It's like,
Well, if
Fight
they're
Club.
missing one, they now know it's from you. You put this on YouTube. Oh my god!
They can't trace it back to me.
This video goes
Literally
unlisted.
send everybody.
The Netflix police shows
Open
up
up.
to your house.
Look,
He's got
if you
the
guys haven't
feds
seen
at the
it,
door of the van.
it's bright red, Netflix red.
Yeah, it is painted.
Yeah. All right. Next
That's
one.
funny.
This person once hitchhiked with another fellow Roovian from Manchester, the Manchester Walmart, back to the farm.
That's got to be Chloe.
Well, yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it was Chloe. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't Chloe.
Did I? Oh my God.
I don't remember that, but that sounds like me.
I'm
Any
gonna
other
say
guesses?
Dave.
Yeah, it's
Dave,
giving
yeah.
Dave.
That does sound like a Dave thing. Not you, Dave?
Not me. No.
All
It
right.
does sound like something I do. It actually
Uh,
sounds like something I did, but no.
It could be any of us.
Sethers.
Who was it? Out yourself.
It was me. Yeah.
What
So
happened?
the quick-
Did you just have to really go get something or what?
Nah, so that was back in the volunteer days. And they used to have it super easy. And I would park my car at the high school and the shuttle would just run from like what stage to the high school and back. So I could just like go whatever. I would like leave stuff in my car and intentionally go back and forth. And in 2022, the shuttles were all out of whack. And I think last year they didn't even have them. But 2022, they were just like, I couldn't figure out where, I don't know. It was kind of unorganized. And They were basically, I got on the shuttle and they basically refused to take me to the high school. They were like, that's not one of our stops. I'm like, okay. So I just got off at Walmart, walked inside to, I was trying to get an Uber. That wasn't, I don't know, there was like no cars available, whatever. And I just look over at self checkout, and there's a dude in a tie dye shirt and a family sized box of Cheez-Its. And I'm like, that guy Ruse. And I was like, hey, man, clearly you're going back to Bonnaroo, right? Or you're like here for the festival. It's like, yeah, man. I was like, could you I hate to ask, could you give me a ride back? He's like, sure, no problem. And he was like, we're walking out to the parking lot, and he's like, yeah, our van's pretty packed down, but you should be good. And then he slings the van door open, and it's like his parents are shotgun. There's like 3 people passed out in the back, and it's just like, I don't know. It was I sat on stacks of like cases of water. Like this van was packed to the brim to get back to the farm. So it was a good time. It was a good story. But yeah, it was just funny. I was just like checking out one thing, and it's the biggest box of Cheez-Its you've ever seen with a tie-dye shirt. And I'm like, you, sir, are Bonnaroo.
Not been going to Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like, where?
What, huh?
Did you see this
Not
person
just a
again?
local.
Let me tell you something that
Bonnaroo.
happened to us this a couple years ago. So like the COVID year, they had Billy Strings and the Abbott Brothers and somebody else play like just these one-off shows over there. Me and Charlotte went to go see the Abbott Brothers, and we went to the Dunkin' Donuts just down the road from the farm, and we saw these guys that like if you saw them, you'd be like, yeah, they just came from the Abbott Brothers
Same
concert.
thing, tie-dyed shirt.
Yeah, tie-dyed shirts, long, hippie-ish hair and stuff. And I just assumed, of course they came from there. And he's like, Bonnaroo, what's that? Abbott Brothers, who are that?
Wow.
Concert.
Wasn't that?
What's a concert? It was weird.
Wasn't that when they were doing like those pods type deal?
Yeah.
Isn't that so weird?
When they had first planned it, we were in the hard part of COVID. So I can see why they thought it wasn't necessary. But by the time people had gotten their vaccines, and it was kind of cool,
It's just kind of a cool Bonnaroo lore, because to my knowledge, those are only like one-off shows they've ever done there, right?
So there's just been that and Exit 111. And I think amongst all of us, wait, both Dave and Taco, you both went to Exit 111, right?
Yes.
I almost did, but I didn't.
So tell us how was that? Like Dave hit us off, like how did you like Exit 111?
I thought it was great. I mean, the lineup was just stacked.
Yeah.
They only had 3 stages going on there, and so you could literally do everything that they had on the schedule, because they shut down Centeroo at midnight, and it didn't open back up until noon the next day. So you didn't have this 24/7 dynamic going on like you do at Bonnaroo. But it was a great lineup. It was just I think much smaller than what they anticipated crowd. I don't think they did a really good job marketing it. Then again, this was in the second weekend of October, and it got down in the 30s overnight some nights. So there's that.
Taco, what did you think?
Sounds perfect.
Great. I mean, yeah, like you said, the lineup was killer, and I kind of went thinking, oh, this is going to be like Bonnaroo in the fall. It's not. It was a different crowd. It was just a different vibe. Like I said, it was smaller. They had shrunk in Centeroo, and you could even see like past the fence. You could see like where the Christmas barn is, and the topiaries and stuff like that. So if you knew, you could find all these things, but nobody there knew what Bonnaroo was or even cared. But it was still really good. And yeah, like it got really cold at night. A lot of people didn't show up prepared. But yeah, it was fun.
I think eventually they could potentially bring back like a smaller festival, like late in the summer, early in the fall. Like, I don't know.
I would love it if they did.
Let's poll the crowd. Would anybody go to something like that? Like a smaller secondary Bonnaroo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I definitely would.
I would be down. I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to do something like Bonnaroo Northeast or whatever.
In Long Island.
No, I hope not.
Bonnaroo Midwest. Make it happen.
Bonnaroo Midwest, I'd be down for more than Bonnaroo Long Island, but that's just me.
All right, I got a few more guess the facts about some of our people here. Here's another one. This happened in 2010 for this person. They say, I lost my cell phone on Friday, and by Sunday it had been turned into lost and found with a full charge on it and lots of pics and videos through the weekend, including several shows that I was at. Also, to show
Nice.
they had a sense of humor, they left me a random assortment of about 30 or so dick pics.
It was so cute right until the end.
I was gonna say that's awesome. Until
I'm reading this verbatim.
Great story.
Yeah.
Is that Dave?
Dave?
Yeah. Other Dave.
I lost my phone. I was either somewhere between Flaming Lips or Base Nectar. And this was only my second Bonnaroo, and everybody's kept telling me, said, go back to Lost and Found. People will turn it in. You're probably going to get it back. And Sunday evening, I got it back. I couldn't believe it. It had a full charge, had pics and videos, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I scrolled through to the very end, and there was, about 30 of the aforementioned dick pics in there.
That's too many dick pics.
Wow.
30?
Gotta get the angle, apparently. I don't know. That's a lot.
Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo. Wait. Do we think that it may have been the church boners?
They were established.
That tracks for me.
All right.
Their branding.
I think I got one more for you guys. They were seen crowd surfing in the Not Loose pit on Hulu on the live stream, I assume.
Big Dolby.
Yep.
It was, yes. I mean, there's not a whole lot to that story. I mean, I've seen them a couple times. I usually crowd surf at the same point. And I think Brad, weirdly enough, texted me after and was like, hey, it was like a 10-second clip of you just getting flipped over your head towards the front.
Did he send you a dick pic?
No. Luckily not.
Missed opportunity.
I don't know about that.
Oh, happy Bonnaroo.
All right, got one more for you on that note, changing tones. This person sang Hey Ya in Cinderoo karaoke. I didn't know there was Cinderoo karaoke. But who sang the Outcast song?
Michael.
I was gonna say it sounds like a Parker pull, but
it was me. Yeah.
So
yeah, no. If you go to the Jack Daniels like excursion and Bonnaroo, they've got like a whole trailer. But you walk up there, they just literally run karaoke. You go in there, it's so silent, it's like eerie almost. And they have like a little mini like recording booth thing that you can do whatever you want.
I do want to add to that story because I think it was Parker and we were trying to find Michael. And he was answering his phone. And we were walking, I think, from like the witch stage, and we're like, oh, we're not going to find him. Like, it's over. We're not going to get to the show or whatever. And then we like get towards it, and we can hear in the distance someone singing Hey Ya. And Parker, I think, was like, is that Michael? I'm like, no, that's not Michael. And we get a little closer, and you can see in the window, Michael's just like going crazy. There he is.
That's amazing. All right, I'm going to check that out next year if they bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, that was all the notes I got. I think we did a pretty good job guessing, everybody. So I have something else for you. I have a Christmas surprise for everyone. We have a voicemail from a celebrity guest. So I conspired with a few people about this today. This is someone that I'm going to have to tell you something about it first before we play this. This person is more of a concept than a person. So they had to AI generate their voice. Are you ready to hear this?
Mm-hmm. I guess of who it is before or after. I didn't. I think I know who this is.
I think we know.
They reveal themselves. Are you ready?
Okay.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. It's your boy Rufus. The people upstairs won't give me the lineup because they know I'll like leak it like the Titanic gobbling up the iceberg, so don't even ask. Give them the heads up that these hooligans from RooHamm are about to start some shit out in the camps. So I'm sending some people by to make sure that's just that nasty beer in that cooler, if you know what I'm saying. You guys get David from Am Bonnaroo 1 too. I love his stuff, but my man hasn't featured me on his photo page. What's up with that? I'm bringing you this party, and I can't even get my glamour shot. Come on, dude. Oh, dude, I'm modeled up. So you're bathing in some wook filth at the fountain. Little Taco's young too. Let me tell you something. Bonnaroo is over 22 years old now, so I feel like it's starting to get a little too old for him. Sure told you he's turning into a PBR at this point. I don't know where he ends and the can begins. Zoe's on too, and I'm not even going to drag her. She is the queen of this function, so please treat her as such. Bonnadude's on here too. Let me tell you something. If there's some ironic indie show happening in this tent or that tent, you know you're going to find this man there. You also got Dave from the Monkey Bar here. I'm going to tell you guys, I get team shit at Bonnaroo, but nothing like you see at that amazing establishment at 4 in the morning. And yes, I see the guys from the Roo Bus on here too. If it was anybody else pulling up in that hippie monstrosity, I'd be afraid they're here to bar the whole festival. Anyways, you know I love messing with all of you Roovians. I love you to death and need you all to show each other the most love. That lineup is about to drop like it's hot, and I can't wait to party with all of you lovable suburban wooks back home on the farm in June. Peace.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
that was from Rufus, and like I don't want to. I had to pull some strings. That was like the actual Rufus from like Instagram and Twitter and everything.
That's what I was gonna guess. So
Yeah.
I got it right.
So that
That's
was
awesome. That was so funny.
They had that's what I'm saying. It wasn't a person; it was a concept. So he had to use that voice. Yeah, he doesn't.
Wow.
Sounds exactly like I pictured.
Yeah, that's
Thank
what
you,
he
Rufus.
sounded.
That was awesome.
He sounded like very, very vaguely Canadian to me.
Yeah, for sure.
He had just a little bit of that twinge. But yes, thank you, Rufus, and the powers that be for letting him speak to us tonight. I appreciate
I
that.
thought he'd be more Southern, a little more Southern.
I feel like he should have a little bit more of a Southern accent. Yeah. I mean, he lives in Tennessee, right?
I guess.
Does he just live perpetually on the farm?
He lives on the farm, yeah.
They never let him go?
Sleeps under the fountain.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here in a little bit, but I'm going to go around the horn for one other thing. We're not going to speculate on the lineup. I mean, everybody reads the Reddits and the InfoRoos and everything, but I want to hear one or two artists that you personally would really like to see on the farm this year. And we'll go the other way around the clock this time. Michael, let's start with you.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't think this is gonna happen, but I would be elated if Phoenix was on the lineup this year.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't they have a new album coming soon?
Maybe
like I read
not that I know of.
Well, they should. I like
should.
Anybody besides Phoenix?
Wow. Let's see. I mean, I would love to see A Day to Remember, like just actually show up on the lineup. I would be elated for that show. That's kind of the top two that I think I'm wishing for right now.
Ooh, good picks. Thank you, Michael. All right, let's go to Ham 2. If I'm remembering my seating correctly, Jake, who do you want to see?
Boy Genius is definitely at the top.
Yes.
Or, wherever they fall in the lineup, that would be amazing. And then also Beach Bunny. I feel like Beach Bunny's been in a lot of other fests, and I've seen them a couple times, and they're excellent. So that would be really sick.
Very, very good picks. Parker, who is the next band from New Zealand that we really need to know about?
I don't know too many beside Fly of the Conchords, but I need Lawrence to return. I feel like that's kind of been buried under like all of the Beth's hype, but just like since 2016, like I need Lawrence back. Yeah, I would just like melt instantly if that happened.
Good pick.
Like if I was if I was annoying last year, like you don't even know like what's coming.
No, dude, I was here for your Beth's hype. Like, I love it when somebody is just obsessive about a band and talks everybody into going with them. That's like one of the coolest things at Roo, actually.
Yeah. I would like handcuff everyone together and pull them to that one.
Okay.
And get us on one of those like little kindergarten lines where they have like the loops on the rope and we're all just walking across the farm. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Bonnadude next. Who do you want to see? And why is it always?
Oh yeah. Speaking of obnoxious, no, yeah, I've been campaigning for Always, ALVVAYS is how they spell it, for like 2 years now. They haven't been to the farm yet. They're probably my favorite band on earth at the moment if I had to pick. And they have dates that are open for Roo, and I don't know, fingers crossed. I was actually that last Roo clue that ended up being Teskey Brothers, because it was like it pointed all ways or whatever. I don't know. It didn't line up for me, but Parker had me convinced that maybe it was them. I was like, but yeah, that's who I would pick. Don't know if we'll get them or not. I have seen this band or this artist. They're called Del Watergap pop up on a few lineups. I think they would be really cool. They're kind of like 1975 Band Camino type vibe.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I haven't listened to them. But yeah,
yes, always would be. I would, and I kind of don't want everyone there, because I would be like almost embarrassed in a way. I don't know. It'd be like, don't look at me and just let me enjoy this kind of thing. But
we give you your space.
Yeah, don't look at me. Yeah,
dude. Last clue drop, a lot of us thought for a brief moment that was always, and I was just thinking.
I just thought it was a little too like, I don't know, like that would be too easy kind of thing. I don't know. I was looking for some kind of, they're Canadian as well. I would have thought there would have been some kind of Canadian reference, maybe. I've speculated what the Roo clue would be. This is how obsessed I am with getting always to the farm. So, but we'll see.
I'd be right with you, Sethers.
Yes, Parker's. Yeah, I was there with his, bets. Because I love the bets too. I was there step for step, literally, with them last year for that. So, but we'll see. It's to be determined. We'll find out very soon.
All right, good picks, very on brand. Thank you, sir. All right, next up, let's go to Mr. David Bruce. Who do you want to see?
I'd love to see Code Orange. Honestly, that's a little left field, but Bonnaroo's been sort of bringing in at least one really heavy artist. Last year was Knocked Loose. They were phenomenal. They had a great turnout. Code Orange is sort of peaking right now. Their fan base is kind of spilling outside the hardcore genre. They're just going on tour. I'm going to see them in Boston in February. I think they're a great fit for that kind of music at Bonnaroo. So Code Orange.
Good pick.
And maybe the Rolling Stones. It could be one of the reasons why we're paying more money for tickets this year. They're headlining the New Orleans Jazz Fest. They've never played Bonnaroo. They're the last supergroup legacy band that has never played. Why can't it be the Rolling Stones? I'd pay more money to see them there.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Got me on board. I'm down.
Yeah. I'd be in the pit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd just like to be there. But there you go. That's my wish list.
Well, you can't go any higher than the Stones, so good pick.
Yeah.
All right, next up, our other favorite, Dave. Let's go to Monkey Bar, Dave. Who do you want to see?
I agree with David on the Rolling Stones, but who's been on my list, who I've almost never heard anybody else even mention, is Greta Van Fleet. I would love to see them. Very similar to Led Zeppelin. I think that would be a perfect act to see on the farm.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
I'm kind of surprised they haven't been yet, now that you mention it.
Yeah, either one of those I'd be, totally happy with. So,
well, Dave, if we don't get them at Bonnaroo, I saw that they're playing the Orion here in Huntsville. So come on down. You got a place to crash.
I would love that. When are they playing?
I can't remember. I'll text you. I want to say it's
okay. I'll look into that. Yeah, you're not that far away.
No, it's just 15 minutes from my house. Okay. Dude, last summer, me and Sharla went to go see Fish for $20, 20 minutes from my house. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Insane. Whoa. All right. Next up, let's go to Miss Chloe. Who do you want to see?
I'd love to see Chapel Roan. She's kind of like girly pop. Love her. She's touring, and I think she's got like a date in the end of March in Nashville. So not super likely, but really holding out hope. And I'd love to see Shane Smith and the Saints. They're coming up on a few lineups, I think in 2024, and I think they would just be so fun. They were my first Red Rock show, and like they had the crowd just absolutely losing their minds. And I think it would be so much fun.
Another thing I need to add to my list. All right. Good ones, Chloe. All right. Last but not least, the man with the beer in the bus. Taco. What do you see?
I'm going to say this just because they were on the lineup in one of the canceled years and we were denied. But that Primus show covering Rush, I think they did that for the Neil Peart tribute. but I think we missed the boat on that. I would love to see them back. If not Primus, then Les Claypool and his what is it, the Fearless Flying Frog Brigade?
He has 27 different bands, Russ.
I know, yeah. Well, any of them would be welcome on the farm, I think.
That'd be fun. I'm going to ask Sharla. Sharla, who do you want to see? What would you like?
The Flaming Lips.
Oh, okay.
And kind of left field, but I think it's time that Old Crow comes back to the farm.
Yes, it is.
Cosign. Agreed.
Yes, it is. We'll get Catching the boys to come party at the bus. That's a good idea. Yeah. The one that I am campaigning for next year is I really, really, really want Fred again. And if we could get anything similar to what they had the last night of Coachella last year when they did Fred and Skrillex and Fortet, and we could the Whatfield into a giant club, I would love that. Other than that, I'm like turning into like one of these old heads that's just there for the party, but that's the one that I personally want. I would really love to see a giant headliner scale rave in the Whatfield with Fred again and whoever Skrillex and whoever else they want to do a B2B with. I think that would be amazing. And even better if they could
butt.
Butt to butt. And even better if they could do an in the round setup. Like that is still one of the most mind-blowing things I have seen, where they took a small scale setup and made it gladiatorial size. I would love to see that at Bonnaroo in the Whatfield. I think that would be so fun. Logistically, can they do it? I don't know. But if they could figure it out, I would love that.
That'd be sweet.
That's my thing that I want, yes. Other than that, I'm just there for the party. I'm going with you guys to go see some cool new bands. I learned some tonight. Code Orange sounds like a fun time.
Oh, man. Yeah. That would be great.
I hope so. Well, guys, this has been a fun hour plus. I wanted to get a lot of Bonnaroovians that many people would know together for us to honestly have a drink and cut up and just have a good time tonight. I'm so thankful to have all of you guys around. And, you know, it was pointed out to me this past week was the Rooquanox.
Yes. Shout out Chloe.
Yeah. That was Chloe. Yeah. So, yeah, Chloe, explain the Rooquanox.
So we're just halfway between the end of Roo 2023 and the beginning of Roo 2024. We're officially closer to Roo 2024 now.
Yes, we are.
That literally got me through my day when you tweeted that.
Yes. Good.
Well, guys, any last bits of wisdom, speculation, jokes, stories from anybody? You got an open mic before we get out of here.
What's everybody's favorite Christmas album or holiday album this year?
Ooh,
how about that? Quick round on that.
Okay. Well, you go first since you brought it up.
Other than of course, the Charlie Brown soundtrack, which is nobody can live without that. Emmylou Harris, Light of the Stable. Picked that up in a record store a couple years ago. Never heard it. It's literally my favorite holiday album right now. Really good.
Any other volunteers?
Mine's CeeLo Green actually has a Christmas album that I have on CD.
Wow.
CDs. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll recommend the Noel soundtrack from Lawrence for the Disney Plus original film.
I will shout out the Phoebe Bridgers cover of If We Make It Through December. That is a great song.
Nice. Yeah.
Casey Musgraves has a Christmas album.
That's a really good Christmas album.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm going to say Harry Connick Jr.
That's also good.
Classic. Yeah.
I would put out Remy Wolf has a couple Christmas singles that I do really like.
Shaking ass at the Christmas dinner.
You're not going to the right Christmas parties, my man.
Bust it under the mistletoe.
Yes, I have one. I personally feel like the greatest Christmas song ever is Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues, especially since Shane passed away a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you want to see one of the most amazing, heartfelt, romantic things I have ever seen in my life, look up the video of people dancing at his funeral to that song.
Wow.
It was just the most awesome, tear-jerking, bittersweet thing I've ever seen. And I already loved that song. And now after seeing that, I was like, yep, that's my favorite Christmas song ever.
Awesome.
It's hard to beat that. But good question, David. Yeah, I love that.
I like that.
I'm so excited for this lineup because I really need some new music discovery, and that is the best way to get it. So just want to say
For
that.
sure. Yeah.
Dude, you're right. Like it becomes your lineup for like the next 5 months, or not your soundtrack for the next 5 months. Like bands that you already know and ones that you come to love.
Definitely.
But
So
yeah,
when's the lineup dropping? What's the speculation there?
I think we're here in second week of January.
Tuesday of January.
Yeah, somewhere around the 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that.
I think the 9th is the second Tuesday. That's what I'm banking on.
Yeah,
just going by like the last few years, what they've been doing.
Fairly soon. Oh, you know what? While we're here and while we have a good audience, I want to put in a personal plug. I really want them to book our friend Wanda to be on the actual lineup this coming year. We've been campaigning hard for her. She's earned it. She's been working her tail off. She's got label backing these days. She's opened for Jason Isbell before. Like I think they need to book her. I'm just gonna drop a mic like that. I want that to happen. That's my, if I got any sway, that's the only thing I want to happen.
Wanda's great. I seem to run into her every year almost.
She's everywhere. She drives the Wanda van. Have you seen the Wanda van?
Yeah, I have. It was I was camped next to it this past year.
Yeah,
she was in the same camp as us.
She was
involved.
And then
one year, she volunteers with the what is it? The Head Count organization.
Yeah, important stuff, man.
And I saw her at the Waffle House one year. That was fun.
Hell yeah!
Did you fight her? Oh my god!
Yeah, she threw a chair at my head.
That is my New Year's resolution in 24. Fight Russ at the Waffle House in Manchester.
Like well, we can't do it at the wrestling bar anymore, so it's got to be at the Waffle House.
Me and him were actually going to fight in the ring, but they wouldn't let us.
Yeah, they said no. Like, what's the point of having a ring?
Yeah. They were mean to us. Whatever. Anybody got anything else? Or you think that covers it for our Christmas episode? Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we nailed it.
Thank you for organizing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, thanks.
Had fun.
Thanks, everyone.
No, thank you guys so much for joining in on this. Love y'all to death. Can't wait to see you in June. Hopefully we'll see you before then. I feel like this is going to be a really good one. We've gotten 2 Roos under our belts after 2 away, and it feels like we're finally back in the swing of things. Like the community knows what they're doing. The people back of house know what they're doing. I kind of get a feeling in my gut that this is going to be like a banner year, like a good year for the community, especially.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Well put.
So, guys, with that, thank you so much. Merry Christmas. And everybody else, get out there and radiate positivity. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Love you.
Peace,
Bye.
See ya.